is Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 8, Section 3, Number 8, which reads f of x equals that, g of x equals that. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to f of x over g of x for x being greater than 4? Greater than 3. And if f of x equals that and g of x equals that, then f of x over g of x equals that over that. And then what I could do is I can factor the top. We're going to do this two different ways. First, we'll do it algebraically. I could pull an x out of the top, and what I get in the top is x squared minus 9. And then I could also factor the bottom. I need two things that multiply to give me a negative 3 and add to give me a negative 2. I know it's x and x because it's got to multiply to give me x squared. I know my signs are plus and minus because I have to multiply to get a negative number, and only a positive and a negative are going to multiply to give you a negative. And I know the bigger number has to be negative because I've got a negative 2 in the middle. And as it turns out, negative 3 and positive 1 will add to give me negative 2, also multiply to give me negative 3. So the bottom is factored, cannot be factored anymore. X plus 1 times x minus 3. Looking at the top, the x I already pulled out. If you look carefully at the top, x squared is a perfect square. 9 is a perfect square. So whenever you've got two perfect squares separated by subtraction, what you've got is difference of squares. So you make two sets of parentheses. What times itself will give you x squared? It's x. Your signs are going to be plus minus. And then the square root of 9 is 3. So you take the square root of the first, it goes in the two first positions. Take the square root of the second, it goes into the two second positions in the parentheses, separated by one positive and one negative. And then you've got your difference of squares, and that's going to be over x plus 1 times x minus 3. And then those cancel, and you get x times the quantity x plus 3 up top, and it's x plus 1 down below. And so you can see your answer here is D. Now, before we move on, some of you are like, oh, okay, but I'd never get it that way. This one's for you. So we're going to see how you can do it without knowing if your algebra is lacking, for example. So if you've got f of x over g of x, you still have x cubed minus 9x over blah, blah, blah. And notice it says x is greater than 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my x equal 4. And then in place of every x, I'm going to put a 4. So x cubed becomes 4 cubed, minus 9x becomes minus 9 times 4. And then over x squared becomes 4 squared, minus 2x becomes minus 2 times 4, minus 3. And then at the top, 4 cubed is not 12, it's not 4 times 3, it's 4 times itself 3 times. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. 64 minus 36 over 4 squared is 16. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8 minus 3. And when you do the top, you get 28. And when you do the bottom, 60 minus 8 is 8 minus 3 is 5. So you've got 28 over 5. And if I look at the answers, I'm not going to turn that to a mixed number because my answer choices look like they are regular fractions. In place of every x, I'm going to put 4. I'm going to eliminate anything that doesn't give me 28 over 5. I could eliminate this immediately. I got a 1 up top. Even this one, I get 4 plus 3 up top is 7. 7 over nothing. You can't reduce 28 over 5. And even this one, I get 4 times 4 minus 3. That's going to be a 4 on top. It can't be that. So I could know pretty immediately that my answer is D. And check me out. I'm going to plug it in and show you. It's 4 times 4 plus 3 over 4 plus 1. What do I get from there? 4 times 7. 4 plus 1 is 5. What do I get from there? 28 over 5 matches my answer. Boom! That's your solution, D. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with algebra and they don't know this way to pick numbers. If there's any, or doesn't know how to factor difference of squares, if there's any question you'd like to answer from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out the short video on TikTok. Have a great day.